We are suffering from decision fatigue. From morning till evening, we are just making decisions after decisions. And because of that decision fatigue, our soul feels tired. And today, I want to offer an alternative for you in how you take decisions in life so that your soul feels expanded. Welcome to day 12 of Codes by Source, a 90-day series where I am sharing with you some insights, codes, messages that I receive as I meditate, contemplate, or just get downloads of from my connection to source. If you're watching me for the first time, hi, I'm Ishani. I'm an intuitive self leadership coach, and I'm on a mission to help women create life beyond logic and quit people pleasing by embodying their God given unstoppable self. This is day 12. I have shared so many nuggets, so many insights till now, and I am blown away with the kind of insights that I have received so far. This has been a phenomenal journey, and I encourage you to go and check all those different insights that I have received so far. I'm pretty sure that all those insights, messages, different codes will also help you transform your life just the way they have for me. So, the reframe or the code that I want to share today is how to take the right decisions. And honestly, our life is all a big decision that we took before even birth. We decided that we want to explore this human life, and we just allowed ourselves to receive this human experience. And we came here, we took a birth, we came here, we took on this human suit, and we are here now. Since then, whatever happens to us, it just gets imprinted in our mind, in our body, and in our soul. Now our body holds trauma, and I think it's no news now. We all have gone through some or the other kind of wounding or traumatic incidents. So is the nature of the world that we live in, or in the Hindu philosophy, it's the yug that we live in, Kali Yug, which has also led us to have all these different kind of experiences. So because of that, our body is always, not always, but it is holding trauma until we actually release it. And our mind is wired to seek for our safety, yet the way it feels or provides safety is by giving us comfortable situations. Things that have happened to us, it will make sure that it repeats it because it feels like that is the way we will feel safe. Familiarity is safe for our mind, even though it might not be safe for the human, but it is safe for the mind. And that's why you might have seen, if you sit and analyze your life, I am the kind of person who does that a lot. Analyze, meditate, contemplate on life. And if you have done that, you might have realized how there are certain kind of people that you keep attracting, be it in your personal relationships, be it in your romantic relationships or even your friendships. There are certain kind of people that you keep attracting because our mind and body is wired to seek those kind of people as familiar, thus safe. Now, when we take decisions, we are either taking them from our mind or our body, or actually as a combination of the both. Now, because of our body has trauma, and coupled with our mind who is always seeking for evidences, it will always going to give us similar results, right? So if you have sought after a particular kind of person, and when you are trying to make the decision about who should you date, you will eventually figure out, if you have not done the inner healing or body work or mindset work, you will actually eventually take the same decision. And because you're taking the same decision, you're taking the same action, and the life remains the same. Now, and this is what I want to share today, what we are now trying to do is we are going to let go of decision making from the mind or the body. We are going to let ourselves take decisions from our soul. So we are going to take soul satisfying decisions. And when we do that, one decision at a time, we change our life to create a life that is soul satisfying. Or as I say, we create a life beyond logic. So, how do we start to take soul aligned decisions or soul satisfying decisions? You start that by first having that intention. Intention changes a lot of these things. Okay, to when we have the right intention, it brings us the right insights and the right actions, and then the right results. So the incessant decision making that we've been doing from morning to night becomes easier. Our mind can actually be satisfied very easily. For example, when we doom scroll, our mind is satisfied because it's getting that dopamine hit every time we are clicking, every time we are finding something funny on the internet. But that satisfaction lasts for a very small time, because the moment we shut off Instagram, we feel again that I need that dopamine hit again. And so we keep scrolling. But is that gearing towards your soul satisfying life? I don't think so. Right? Instead, when we are even taking the decision, and that now this has become an automatic decision making in our body and mind, that we just pick our Instagram or our phone and first thing in the morning, and we are doom scrolling. When we shift, or when we try to shift this decision making into making it soul satisfying, we need to have the intention. Even before picking up the phone, we are asking ourselves, who am I being when I take this phone out and do the thing that I was planning to do? And that shifts you from actually doom scrolling, right? So that is first step, your intention. Now, when you have done that, sometimes even if you've asked yourself that question, and because your mind and body is still not used to this kind of decision making, you will eventually again doom scroll. That's fine, we are not here to judge ourselves. Okay, the the work then becomes, if you cannot allow yourself even after the intention to take another action, it means that you need to work on your inner self, your inner work, and that is extremely important, because our mind is wired for comfort, for safety, and anything that has happened to us, it feels comfortable to us. It is easy, like I said, to just satisfy the mind and body, but it is difficult to satisfy our soul. When we start to make decisions based not on what I am craving, but actually asking, who am I being when I do this, when I choose this particular thing, one decision at a time, we are moving towards a a soul satisfied life. This technique of soul satisfying decisions can actually transform your life, and you can use it for your personal life, for your professional life, even for your dating and for your health. So do I want to eat this cake is a wrong question, because your mind will say, yes, of course, I deserve this. Yesterday was so bad, I survived today, and I need to do this, right? So our mind will always give us answers based on the previous experiences, and we will go into the same action, getting us the same result. But when we are actually asking or wiring ourselves or priming our mind to actually look for soul satisfaction rather than mind or body satisfaction, the way our decision making shifts will shift our life. Our life is about the choices we are making on an everyday basis. And if we are priming our mind and body to make choices based on soul satisfaction rather than the dopamine hits or the mind and body satisfaction, everything shifts. Now, our soul does not have hormones, so it does not go up and down like our mind or body does. Our soul is always wanting the best for us. Now you can say, Shani, but so does our mind and body. Yes, but our mind and body, based on the emotional wounding that we have had, the emotional trauma, physical trauma, and all the past experiences, our mind and body is connecting that. But when it comes to our soul, when we take decisions, make the decisions based on soul satisfaction, we are surpassing the limits that our mind and body can put on us. We are actually making decisions that are beyond logic, and the when we surpass the logic is when we can access source. Because even for people like us to talk about sources, it is beyond logic. Not everybody believes that there is a higher intelligence, that there is no such thing as coincidence and everything is happening for us in our favor. So if you are those kind of people, you can actually see how when you have taken soul aligned decisions, and I'm sure you might have taken one decision, but what we are trying to do here is wiring our mind and body to take those kind of decisions on an everyday basis, so that we actually have a soul satisfying life. And to live a soul satisfying life is pure bliss. I hope you can allow yourself to experience that over and over and over again. Now, why is this important and how do we do that? Okay, let's go to the juicy part. Our body holds trauma and our mind is working based on the past experiences it had. Our body holds trauma, so we need to heal that part. Now, how do we heal that part? A, by doing like proper therapy or coaching and mentoring with somebody who's certified to guide you in these processes. Like me, you can work with me, or you can actually do something like yoga, like breath work, EFT. um, Playing a sport also helps you to release a lot of trauma from your body. Anything movement based will help you. But of course, things like child healing or proper coaching or therapeutic work works in a different level. Yet, depending on where you are in your journey, choose what you can do right now in order to heal your body from the emotional woundings that it has gone through. There is also this beautiful concept that I teach my clients, which is the pain body. And we work with our pain body on an everyday basis. And when we do that, we release our trauma on an everyday basis. We release everything that has happened so far, and we release everything that has happened to us from morning till night, so that we are actually, it's like your spiritual hygiene that you're doing on an everyday basis, which helps you to have a body that is full of vitality, that is ready for expansion. And why you must include this kind of work in your spiritual journey or in your spiritual expansion is because your soul resides in your body. If you've gone through any kind of emotional wounding, you won't feel safe in your body. And your body is the residence of your soul. So your soul requires space for expansion, and for it to happen your body needs to also expand, and it can only expand when it releases what it does not require anymore. Now, this coupled with mindset work, when you start to think about your life not based on what has happened to you, but what can happen to you, and what can happen to you not based on what has happened to you, then a lot of things start to shift. So how are you making the right decision is by taking soul aligned decisions. And for you to take soul aligned decisions, you need to have a deeper understanding of yourself and your soul. And when you do that, what happens is you connect to source, because you connect to source directly from your soul. And I am the person who really feels that everybody has connection to source. You don't need anybody. I have done that in my life, where I sought after mentors so that they can help me connect to source. But we all can connect to source directly. We don't need anybody else. Yet some people can guide us to come back to our body, to wire our mind in order to allow ourselves to connect to our body and our soul, which will eventually help us connect to source directly. Okay, so even the work that I do is with my clients is to provide healing tools for you to connect back to your body and rewire your mind, so that you allow yourself to witness your own connection to source. And that is beautiful. Okay, so how do you start making the right decisions? A, by being intentful, and B, making sure that these decisions that you're taking are not coming out of the mind or body. They're coming out of your soul satisfaction. So asking yourself, who am I being when I take this decision? Is this decision leading to my soul satisfaction? These are the kind of questions that you can ask. And the right answer you'll get when you have worked on all the things that I said. on your body, on your body and your mind. So when you holistically work on all these three levels, you get to take decisions which are always going to be aligned with your soul. And more than that, I would want to say that a life is about choosing our choices. So if you tend to live in regret of the decisions that you have taken so far, I want you to let it go. You have come here, you have reached here because of all the decisions that you have taken so far. Now, you could have taken better decisions, but we can only think about it in hindsight. Everybody is intelligent in hindsight. We could not have known what happened to you, which has led to you here back then. You only know it now. So let go of that decision fatigue, decision resentment that you have, by saying that I did the best that I could, knowing what I knew and having the resources that I had at that time. I could have done better. So what? I will do it now. So that's the reframe that you can give yourself, and allow yourself to do some inner work. You don't necessarily work with a coach or a mentor if you don't have that kind of time or resources or money. It's fine. It's not a necessity. It's just that it becomes easier for us if we have a help to take us on this journey, because they have had their own experiences. It's just that you have all the power to heal yourself, to connect to source, to make the right decisions by yourself. It depends on your priority. I have worked with a lot of mentors and coaches because I really needed help at that time, and I felt like I need somebody who can guide me on this journey. So I kept investing in different kind of mentors and coaches, and I'm so grateful to my past self, so that she could do that, because that's why I'm here. I'm able to guide other people on this journey. So how do we start taking the right decisions? Is by saying that I am going to take the right decision, which is aligned to my soul satisfaction instead of my mind or my body. Okay, that is the first step. And from there on, you work on your mindset, you work on your body so that you feel safe in your body. You rewire your mindset to seek for expansion rather than safety or comfort. And from there, you start to find your connection back to your soul, so that from your soul, you connect to the source. And from source, you will get different insights, different ideas. A new paradigm will open for you, and you'll realize that as you take a different decision, you will get to a different scenario, a different result, and a different life will unfold for you. So that is what I had for you today. If you want to work with me as I help you take different actions, get different results, and create a different life which is more soul aligned, which is all for soul satisfaction, I will link a book to explore how you can work with me in the description. You can book a call with me, and I really hope you allow yourself to take soul satisfying decisions and allow yourself to experience a soul satisfying life. You're here to have the complete human experience, which will have ups and downs. But as long as we are on that path with the intention that I am taking all the decisions which are going to lead me to soul satisfaction, the burden that we feel that I need to take this decision, that will also ease out. And I am all for it. I hope to see you tomorrow for day 13. If there was anything that you'd like me to explore even more, just write down in the comments and I will share more about that. I'm so honored that you are on this journey with me. How has been this journey for you? Tell me in the comments, and I will see you tomorrow.